Hi everybody, happy Thursday. My name is Chris and I'm here to talk about something that's been bothering me. I wanted to get on here. I actually made a video yesterday. I had to take it off and I had to refilm it today because it just was horrible quality and I needed to make something that actually meant something. As I'm sure that you probably know, there have been non-stop killings and violence against Black people in the United States of America. George Floyd, who was a 46-year-old man originally from Houston, was killed for allegedly using a $20 bill, a counterfeited $20 bill to buy cigarettes. He lost his job as per the coronavirus pandemic that is now rampant across the United States of America. His killing triggered outrage across the United States, globally, here in Germany as well. His killer is now in custody and has been convicted of third-degree manslaughter. So my feelings about this, of course, are complex, but I wanted to narrow it down into 3 points. I am overall sick, disgusted, and even making this video is making me really uncomfortable and making me feel really sad. The consequence of going to work and killing someone who is face down, handcuffed, while begging you to spare them from strangulation. The consequence of that in the United States of America for killing a Black man under these circumstances is paid leave, not immediate arrest. I am angry that in this particular moment in time there is a debate going over how we want to define his homicide. On the one hand, we can acknowledge that it was a murder, but we can't agree on what the cause of death was. What more evidence does the world need at this moment? We all witnessed it. We witnessed a man who had his life taken from him. 8 minutes of not being able to breathe. We all witnessed that. And we all witnessed how paramedics pulled his lifeless body onto that stretcher and took him away. What more evidence does the world need at this moment? Why can't we just call it what it is? It was a homicide. He was killed by that officer. Justice needs to be served. I am enraged that exercising Black bodies outside provokes the need to kill amongst many in the majority white community in the United States of America. America, the world, everyone is fed up. We are tired. The worldwide protests today, in light of his killing, mean this. We will no longer tolerate empty speeches from politicians meant to commiserate with our community instead of holding the highest decision makers in the land responsible for the failed system that continues to metaphorically hold Black people down by the neck. We need to change the system. We will no longer allow politicians to march into our communities every single year to beg us for our vote just to later abandon us and sit in silence when we are still challenged with holding ourselves together in a country that systematically does not work for us. We are struggling as a community to hold everything together and we are tired. People are in survival mode, they are explosive right now. Only justice will bring peace. And once we have peace and justice, we need to deconstruct and rebuild. The good Lord sits up high and looks down low seems to be the only form of comfort that my mother can give me. Keep a smile on your face, continue to work hard, and try your best to stay out of trouble. Seems to be the only form of comfort my father can give me. I've only had 1 parking ticket in my entire life, but he still needs to tell me to keep out of trouble. And I really do hate it that my parents tell me this, atrocity after atrocity. I'm tired and I'm annoyed and I hate it that Black families have to teach their children to get used to comfort in incompatibility. As Black Americans, we all have this challenge of getting comfortable in a country, living in a country that we built involuntarily that systematically doesn't work for us. I admittedly don't have practical solutions, nor do I possess the political power and influence to make the exact changes that I believe that we need to end systematic oppression against Black communities throughout the United States for all time. What I can say is that you are 100% in your right to be upset and be infuriated by everything that's going on in our country. Barack Obama gave us permission to be angry. Remember, in his last speech as President of the United States of America, he addressed the nation and said, "Stop asking Black people why they're upset. You too would be angry if you still didn't practice the rights and privileges that your founding father promised you at the creation of this country." And mind you, we have been in the United States far longer than many of our white countrymates. Our people have been there for the longest time and we still get treated like second-class citizens. Racism is still very much present in our society. It's hidden and it's systematic, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Be upset, but let us take this anger And let's be strategic about how we channel our anger. Let's see the signs. Donald J. Trump will continue to be the hugest threat to U.S. national security until he learns to keep his mouth shut about his plans. Let's use this to our advantage. Donald Trump has made it very clear about what he intends to do with his "when the looting starts, the shooting starts" rhetoric. Do not loot. Do not destroy your own community. Violence is not the answer. Do not allow his infiltrators to manipulate us and provoke us in our most vulnerable state. This is exactly what he wants. Donald Trump is looking for an excuse to agitate us, to irritate us, so that he can send in military force to do us more harm. Let's not dignify him with that opportunity. Let's think strategically about how we move forward. We have to start investing in us. That means supporting Black businesses, rebuking colorism, rebuking homophobia, Black on Black crime, sexism, the list goes on, because they all do us no good. Vote, get active, reconnect with your stolen identity through either literature or travel. Connect with the continent. Make that connection that we have never been able to enjoy as Americans, as a minority community in the United States of America. There is power in knowing who you are and where you come from. Let us redefine our definition of what constitutes success in our own community. To my cousins, to my family members, to my uncles, to my sisters, to my mother, to my friends, and to my father, I stand with you. Right here, right now in Germany. I stand with you. I may not be at home, but I am here. I stand with you. I am George Floyd. I am Trayvon Martin. I am Sandra Bland. I am Ahmaud Arbery. The world stands with you. I stand with you. I take comfort in knowing that across the world, the Black Lives Matter initiative is just as important to Black Americans as it is to Black Brits, Black Brazilians, Black Germans, Black French, Black New Zealanders. The world is standing with us right now. I take comfort from that. That warms my heart to see. And I want to say thank you to all my friends who have messaged me. To anyone that's hesitating if they should reach out to their friend of color during this time, it means the world to us to know that you are thinking of us, that you're on your side. Let's not give up hope. Justice will be served. I feel it, I believe it, I trust it, and I know it.